Dyslexic Genius here. I'm back on the Path 8 and I've finished up in the last video assembling this collar here so that the speed control will fit in here and it still have a little bit of play. The other one had play and it was broken out on the inside in the previous video. The only critical thing in engineering on this is that that hole in the end piece, when it bottoms out, and I checked it before I did all this, that when it bottoms out, you have to hit this hole to that hole. So now you can see right there, my angel can focus in, I'll move it out. You see the shiny, and now we have a hole. Right there, okay. So that means the old pin is set where it used to be. Now what we're gonna do is I drilled all the way through 170, these are both 172. I drilled and tapped all the way through. Then I tapped this 172 also. So to assemble this, I've pre-oiled the screws. So you put the first one in like this. And finding 170 screws length was a little tough. Only person that had it in town was McKinney Hardware, because if I needed something off the wall, that's my go-to place. Ace didn't have it, Home Depot didn't have it. You know, my last resort is probably Amazon. So we're gonna screw it all the way down and then we're gonna lock it with a nut so it holds the collar in place all the time. So we'll screw this a little more. Now we'll run the nut down, and now we'll tighten it. There we go. Now, why did I do it this way? The motor is over here, the side of the cabinet is here, and this piece slides in through the escutcheon, and then you have to hit this. And there's a little bit of offness. I mean, it's not aligned perfectly.
Why not?
Well, the hole on the cabinet, see the cabinet, my hand's the cabinet, so here's your speed control on the side of the cabinet, then we have the space, and then you have the motor, and that's how they did it. So when this gets back to the customer, what they're gonna have to do is undo this screw,
Take out that top screw
tape out the top screw, I'm gonna put in here in a minute. The motor will be in, you'll slide this in
from outside the cabinet.
outside the cabinet, and then this will come in, and then what's critical is you have to align those two the hole.
Now, will this be hard to do from inside the cabinet?
Oh, no, this will be really, really easy.
Then they have to put in a tiny screw.
Yeah, you have to have a very tiny Phillips screwdriver too, because nothing new is slotted anymore. So then you'll come inside the cabinet. The hole in the shaft lines up with this hole here. And you can leave it just like that. It's never going to come apart. The reason we have a nut here is to hold this collar in place, and now everything works for the speed control. And you can see this, it has this movement. The problem is that movement right there is what broke out the thin area on the inside in the first video. You see where it was all broken apart.
Which is why you built a collar.
That's why I built the collar. And this is the best way to fix this. And everything is now 100 years or so down the road. If there's a problem with the machine, something breaks, which could happen, but I doubt it, whoever works on it or goes through the motor again in 100 years goes, oh, they put this collar on, this is all replaceable. Isn't that interesting? And that's my tip for the day.